side of suffrage. If I raise my hand, the women, I want to hear in loud, boisterous, 19th century voices, suffrage, suffrage. On my right hand, the men. On the side of revolution, I want to hear in loud 19th century voices, revolution, revolution. Are you ready? All right, women, let's go.
Suffrage, suffrage. Revolution, revolution. Suffrage, suffrage. Revolution, revolution.
Well, the men sound somewhat weak, ladies. The women's suffrage movement is strong, I see, in this 21st century. Well, I hardly know what to say to this audience. I gave many speeches, including what to the slave is the 4th of July. I would say this. When I got the telegram asking me to come speak on the 4th of July, my immediate response was, what to the slave is the 4th of July? I will not go and speak. They said, Mr. Douglas, we insist that you come and speak. Tell us what you think about this great independence that we have. Well, it was not that I did not understand the independence, but how did it apply to the black man? I defended the Constitution. I sent my sons to battle for this Constitution. As a matter of fact, I had a disagreement with Mr. William Lloyd Garrison. He said this was a flawed document that needed to be torn up. I said, I can read. I'm a slave. I can read. The words are right here in the preamble: life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that all men are created equal. We should be holding our politicians accountable to the Constitution, not tearing it up. They said, well, it was written by slaveholders. We want nothing of it. I said, well, was not the Bible written by sinners? Will we tear the Bible up? They were holding for a higher ideal, and so were the men of the Constitution. We should hold our politicians accountable. Don't turn your back on them. Your civic responsibility does not stop at the ballot box. You should be following them all the way to their office, demanding representation. If you turn your back on your representative, he might be taking bribes out of both pockets. And so I went and I spoke about the 4th of July. Surely you all celebrate the 4th of July today, do you not? And what do? Children, what do you do on the 4th of July? What do? Fireworks? Yes. Wonderful. Well, I would say it's okay to celebrate the 4th of July, but contemplate before you celebrate. Anything that people ask you to do, contemplate what that thing is before you celebrate. So I went and I arrived late on purpose on the 5th of July. And I told the audience this: fellow citizens, pardon me and allow me to ask, why have I been called upon to speak here today? What have I, or those I represent, to do with your national independence? Are the great principles of political freedom and of natural justice embodied in that Declaration of Independence extended to us? And am I, therefore, called upon to bring our humble offering to the national altar, to confess the benefits, to express devout gratitude for the blessings resulting in your independence to us? I am not included in the pale of your glorious anniversary. Your high independence only reveals the immeasurable distance between us. The blessings by which you today rejoice are not shared in common. The rich inheritance of justice, liberty, prosperity, and independence bequeathed by your fathers is shared by you, not by me. The sunlight that has brought life and healing to you has brought stripes and death to me. This 4th of July is yours, not mine. You may rejoice, I must mourn. To drag a man in fetters into the grand illuminated temple of liberty and call upon him to join you in joyous anthem is inhumane mockery and sacrilegious irony. Do you mean, citizens, to mock me by asking me to speak today? What to the American slave is your 4th of July? I answer, a day which reveals to him, more than all other days of the year, the gross injustice and cruelty to which he is the constant victim. To him, your celebration is a sham. Your boasted liberty an unholy license. Your sounds of rejoicing are empty and heartless. Your denunciations of tyrants, brass-fronted impotence. Your shouts of liberty and equality, hollow mockery. your prayers and hymns, your sermons and thanksgivings with all your religious parade and solemnity are to him mere bombast, fraud, deception, impiety, a thin veil to cover up crimes which would disgrace a nation of savages. There is not a nation on earth guilty of practices more shocking and bloody than are the people of these United States at this very hour. At a time like this, scorching irony, not convincing argument is needed. Oh, had I the ability, and could I reach the nation's ear, I would today pour out a fiery stream of biting ridicule, withering sarcasm, and stern rebuke. For it is not light that is needed, but fire. It is not the gentle shower, but thunder. We need the earthquake, the whirlwind. The feeling of the nation must be quickened, the conscience of the nation must be roused, the propriety of the nation must be startled, and the crimes against God and man and you and me and all of us must be proclaimed and denounced this day, the 5th of July, 1865. Thank you.